Andrea Rapisarda is our first speaker. He's professor of theoretical physics at the University of Catania. His main research interests are in statistical mechanics, complex networks, and multi-agent models applied to socio-economic systems. He's known for many contributions in physics, but also for the Peter Principle, for which he was awarded the IG Nobel Prize. Congratulations, and please, the stage is yours.
Thank you for this presentation. Actually, I will not say something about the Ig Nobel or the Peter Principle, but what I will say is more philosophical, and in some sense it is related. It has to do with understanding of complex dynamics. So we live in the era of big data. This has been already said many times, and big data for sure are a good thing, but many, even here I think, are tempted to use big data to solve problems, to predict the future as a kind of brute force extrapolation. And in my view, this is not enough. Because in my view, this has already been said, we still need models, we still need new ideas to find a meaning of correlations. Because big data, someone said, means also big noise. And in some sense, understanding means also to reduce, to filter this kind of big data. So we live also in the era of machine learning and deep learning. But is this enough in order to say that we understand things? Well, I don't think that this is equivalent to a real understanding. And as Wigner once said, okay, the computer has understood that, but what about me? I mean, we are able to reproduce many things, maybe, but it's a kind of brute force fitting of what has been in the past. But we do not understand the mechanism of what is going. And so, in some sense, we cannot predict completely what will be in the future. As scientists, I think that we need to understand, and we think we have to imagine new scenarios, new ideas. Imagination is something that it is still very important, as Einstein said many times. Imagination is fundamental for problem solving, for imagining new direction. Data mining or deep learning, they are important, but they are not enough. I think that we are scientists and we are not engineers. In some sense, we have to understand, and understand, I repeat, means reducing the ingredients of our phenomenon to the most relevant ones in order to find some regularities, some laws. And also curiosity is very important. Creativity is the real engine for a true innovation. And we should always pursue curiosity-driven research. Something that for sure robots will never have. Because I don't think that robots will never be curious. So this is something that is rather peculiar of human beings. So this is something that I like very, very much. I found it. And this is, was said by a computer scientist. This is a very incredible thing. The best way to predict the future is just to invent it. So to imagine new directions. All what was in the past does not inevitably leads to the same things. I mean, we can change. We have for sure opportunities which are different. And I want to suggest a very interesting reading, which is this one, which I found a few weeks ago in Stockholm at the Museum of the Nobel Museum. It's a book that was printed last year by the Princeton University Press, and it's an essay that was written by the first director and actually the founder of the Institute for Advanced Studies in Princeton. And there is a preface of the actual director, which is Robert D.J. Graff. And it's very intriguing, the title, The Usefulness of Useless Knowledge. That means that we should pursue really curiosity-driven research, even if immediately we don't see an application for that. There are many problems, also in complexity science. I mean, that sometimes we are urged to solve traffic jam, climate change, earthquakes prediction, but I think we should also do something for our curiosity, and maybe this will find also an application in real problems. And I would like to quote two sentences taken from this book. It's a very small book. The progress of our modern age and the world of tomorrow, this is the title of this preface by DJ Graff, depends not only on technical expertise, but also on the unobstructed curiosity and the benefits and the pleasure, and just doing research for pleasure, just not because I have to do that, of traveling far upstream against the current of practical consideration. And another one, this is the last thing, which is also an important message that I think we have to bear in mind. This is by Albert Einstein. It says, if science, like art, is to perform its mission totally and fully, its achievements must enter not only superficially, but with their inner meaning into consciousness of people. That means that we should disseminate our results and also this kind of talks that we have today to common citizens, because we have to change the way of thinking. They should think in a non-linear way, in a complex way, and I think this is something we have to do in order to, it's a challenge in order to change the directions of our future into a better society. Thank you very much.